Hi everyone, today I will be presenting the introduction and methodology of our study. First, unemployment refers to a situation where people who are willing and able to work are unable to find a job. This is an important issue because it affects not only individuals but also the country's economy. This comparative study helps us to understand the differences in the unemployment between Malaysia and also the selected country, which is the Singapore, as well as how both countries respond to the economic challenges. The objective of the study are to compare between the unemployment rates, analyze the economic impacts, and examine the policies unemployment by both the countries to reduce the unemployment. Now, let's move on to the methodology. For this study, we use secondary data from reliable sources, including the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the Ministry of Economy Malaysia, the Ministry of Manpower, Asian, and the World Bank. The data covers the period from 2020 to 2025, allowing us to analyze unemployment trends over the past few years. Using these trusted sources helps us to ensure that our findings are accurate and also reliable. Thank you.
Now we move to the finding and data analysis. The line chart compares the unemployment rates of Malaysia and Singapore from 2020 to 2025. Overall, both countries recorded lower unemployment rates after the COVID-19 pandemic. Malaysia had higher unemployment throughout the period, decreasing from 4.6% in 2021 to 3.8% in 2025. Singapore maintained lower rates, falling from 3.0% in 2020 to 2.0% in 2025, indicating a more stable labour market. Now we move to comparison of trends. Both Malaysia and Singapore experienced higher unemployment during the COVID-19 pandemic before recovering. However, Singapore recovered faster, with unemployment remaining below 3%, while Malaysia rate stayed around 4%, indicating a more stable labour market. Now we move to key changes. The biggest change occurred between 2020 and 2022. Malaysia's unemployment rose slightly in 2021 before falling in 2022, while Singapore recorded a sharper decline, showing a faster employment recovery. Now we move to factors influencing the trends. The COVID-19 pandemic caused job losses in 2020 and 2021 as restrictions were lifted. Economic recovery created more job opportunities. Government support also helped business recover, while Singapore's strong and diversified economy enabled a faster and more stable labour market recovery.
Now, I would like to explain the economic impact of unemployment in Malaysia and Singapore. There are four main impacts. There are consumer spending, job opportunities, cost of living, and economic growth. First is consumer spending. When unemployment is high, many people do not have a job because of this. They have less income. They need to save money and only buy important things like food, transport, and daily needs. They spend less on shopping, entertainment, and other products. This happened a lot during the COVID-19 pandemic. When people spend less money, many businesses also earn less profit. As a result, some businesses reduce workers or close their shop. Second is job opportunities. After 2021, the economy started to recover, many businesses reopened, and companies started hiring workers again. This created more job opportunities for people. As more people found jobs, the unemployment rate became lower. This was a positive change for both Malaysia and Singapore. Third is the cost of living. Even though more people found job, the cost of living continued to increase. The price of food, transport, rent, and other daily needs become higher. This made life more difficult for unemployed people and low-income families because they had less money to pay for their expenses. Some families had to reduce their spending or use their savings to survive. So next, economic growth. When unemployment is low, more people have jobs and earn an income. They can spend more money, which help business grow. Business can also hire more workers and increase production. This improves consumer confidence and support stronger economic growth. As a result, both Malaysia and Singapore can have a healthier and more stable economy. So, unemployment affects many parts of the economy, not only workers but also business and families. Reducing unemployment can improve people's life and help the economy grow.
Next, I will explain about the economy policy implemented by Malaysia and Singapore. Malaysia focus on helping business and workers. The government introduced the wage subsidy program (WSP) to help employee pay workers' salaries, so company could keep their employee. It also introduced Jana Kerja to create more job opportunity and increase the technical and vocational education training funding to help people learn technical skill. And also, in Singapore, focus on improving worker skill and keeping the economy stable. The government introduced Ski Future, where workers could join training course to learn new skill. For example, like they could take the digital skill course to prepare for better jobs. Singapore also control foreign labor quotas to give more job opportunity to local workers. Like overall, Malaysia focus on protecting jobs, while Singapore focus on building and a more skilled workforce for the future.
Now, I would like to present the conclusion and recommendation of our project. Both Malaysia and Singapore experienced a decline in employment rates after the COVID-19 pandemic. This shows that both countries are gradually recovering and their labour markets are improving. However, Singapore maintained a lower and more stable unemployment rates, while Malaysia also improved but still had a slightly higher unemployment rates throughout the period. This difference is mainly due to factors such as economic structure, labour market resilience, and the effectiveness of government policies. Both countries also benefit from post-pandemic economic recovery and government support, which help create more job opportunities. For the recommendation, Malaysia can learn from Singapore by linking cash aid to upskilling programs. This means unemployed people should receive financial assistance if they join training programs to learn new skills and improve their chance of getting a job. On the other hand, Singapore can learn from Malaysia by providing salary subsidy for older workers. This can help companies retain experienced employees and give older workers more time to learn digital and technology skills. So, both Malaysia and Singapore have their own strengths, and by learning from each other, they can build a stronger and more stable labour market in the future.